just want to focus a few verses to remind us. Can you put the slide on? Okay, just 3 verses. Let's read together and slowly. Ready? Go. Now, in a great house, there are not only vessels of gold and silver, but also wood and clay. Some of honorable use, some of dishonor. Therefore, if anyone cleanses himself from what is dishonorable, he will be a vessel for honorable use, set apart as holy, useful to the master of the house, ready for every good work. So free useful passions and pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace, along with those who call on the Lord from a pure heart. Let's pray. Father God, we thank you for your goodness. You feed us so much your word, the Spirit, that you continue lead us into your truth. Continue to help us to live a life of victory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. This is season of what? We just heard it. This is season of expansion. Sounds very exciting. Last time we talked about we should have a dream. God is one who wants us to dream big, and He will give us power to fulfill that. Yes, they all sounds great. But today I want to focus on how about our part? What can we do? Remember, I heard this last time we talked about when Elisha helped this widow, right, with only with jar of oil, and he asked widow go out to collect, use more vessels, right, and then God's oil keep pouring until all the vessels full. So we're going to continue on that. Yes, God will do mighty works in our church, in our life. But are we the vessel to receive that? Yes, God will do mighty things in our life, in our church. Indeed, He is. Don't take for granted that we were in a hotel for 16 years and now we are not only here, we are hosting this event. But so many other people can come to receive the blessing of God. Without this building, we cannot do all these things. But most importantly, without you, without us, without so many helpers, this thing cannot be done. Although we just go into the museum, right? You go to Europe, so many places, beautiful, beautiful church. Wow, so beautiful, but only tourists, only visitors. Nobody there to worship the Lord. So God's still looking for the vessel can continue His work. And He gives us a guideline how to be the vessel. Here there's a great house. Actually, this could be a church. A great house has many different types of vessels. But God is looking for honorable vessels. And what type of honorable vessel that can be used for God? So verse 21 says, therefore, if anyone cleans himself, Chinese has a word. If you are Chinese, test your Chinese or so 一颗老鼠屎坏了一锅粥. You understand? Maybe don't trust. I give you another illustration. If today I say I'm going to give you all this best bubble tea, okay? I'll give over free bubble tea, but you gotta bring your own vessel to come to have this bubble tea. So you look around. Oh, you only have this vessel, but so dirty, so dirty. You want to drink that with a yummy bubble tea? You still do it. You see, I'm going to give you a nice bubble tea, but you don't have a vessel because you open your mouth. So we need to have a clean vessel to receive that. So we're going to see how we should do it. You see the first verse, therefore, if anyone cleans himself, if anyone cleans himself. Of course, we know we are not saved by our work, by our credit. Oh, I'm so good. I go to church every week. I grew up in the church. My dad is pastor. Or I'm worship leader. We're not saved by that. We're saved by the blood of Jesus. Right? It's all grace. But then how about after that? After that, God still wants, through His grace, continue to cleanse us. Do you take shower yesterday? Don't tell me, okay? How often do you take shower?
Every day.
Oh, okay. Remember once when we were in the summer in a mission trip, and then we do all this big blow, right? Big blow, and the kids are so innocent. You know the game of big blow, right? Oh, bro, whatever, wear this, wear that, and these kids are big blow. Bro, who didn't take shower yesterday? Anybody got a move still, right? But how we as a Christian, how God wants to clean us up? Spiritually, how God wants to clean us up. And actually, indeed, the Bible said that we need to clean ourselves through water with Word of God. That's in Ephesians. Through water, with water, through Word of God to cleanse ourselves. God, if we don't read Bible, how do we know something is wrong? No. And here they said, it's unbelievable vessel is holy. God is holy. What does it mean? It means that you have a donut's head on top of the head. You see all the picture, right? That's when you paint the saints, they all have lights on that. Does that mean holy? Holiness means set apart, unique. Okay, unique. Bible said there's many other God, but I am the only God. What's the 10 commandment? The first commandment is what? Besides me, you should have no other God. Actually, that's the meaning of holiness. That's many other gods, but I'm different. That's holiness. There are many books, but only Bible called a holy book. That's holiness. And so there are many other people in the world, many countries, and God said, I will set apart Israel. You're the holy nation. Set apart. So Israel is supposed to be a holy nation because there are so many other countries in the world, but only Israel, God chose it. Same thing. How many population, how many people in the world will God set you apart? God set you apart as holy, as Son of God. That's the meaning of holiness. You need to be separate. But today, who wants to be separate? If you go into a place, how to say, we don't want to be different. You don't want to stick out, right? So this is a challenge for us as a Christian living in today's world. When our culture, when our society living more and more against, away from the culture of God, then if we want to live like Christians, you're going to be stick up. And actually, indeed, God wants us to be separate. But how do you know what needs to be separated, what doesn't need to be separated? Only through the Word of God. So if you don't read it, then you just follow your own way, right? Sounds like we're back to the old side. Oh, just read Bible. Yes. I wouldn't say, if I don't say it, even if I say it, it's no use. If I don't say it, then even forget it, right? So, read the Bible, then you know what does God like, what does God doesn't like. Do you know for husband, do you know what's the wife favorite dish, favorite food? Yes? Your wife? Really? Oh, 17. Or wife, do you know what's your husband's favorite food, right? You need to know that. Like you will know what kind of food I eat, right? So if you want to treat me, okay, when you become CEO, become all this, you go, oh, I'm gonna take you out for a nice dinner. Alright? No spicy food, okay? Alright? So yeah, you see, if you want to please someone, you need to know what the person like or dislike, right? So we need to know what God like and what dislike. Too often I hear that we too concerned about the world like and the world dislike, or our friend like or friend dislike, but we forget about God. We can offend all other people, but God, that's a problem. Because also like we don't know what God wants. So that's higher ground is that like today Pastor Tony said, you want to know God's will, emphasize God's will, then your own will. So first thing is to clean yourself through reading the Bible. Without that, I mean that's just your opinion, my opinion, right? So that's what else? What else you can cleanse yourself? What else? Actually, another way is that Bible says, whenever there's going to be a new relationship with God, when you're going to face a new challenge. Pastor Tony talked about before Joshua attacked Jericho, he saw this man came as commander of Lord's army, right? But actually, in the chapter 3, verse 5, Joshua also commanded his people, saying, you need to clean yourself because tomorrow God will do great things about you. It's interesting. God said, tomorrow I'm going to do great things about you, so today you need to cleanse yourself. You need to prepare. If we don't do that, we miss what God will do. What does it mean, clean yourself? Then really, they need to watch the cross, no sexual intimacy with spouse, and just be ready to receive, wait upon the Lord. So today, if you want God to do great things in our life, we need to clean ourselves this new beginning. And I hope this conference will help us. Sometimes we do need to start to push, right? To push us, say, God, I want to start a new relationship with you. So I want to have a good new beginning. Oftentimes people want to have a change or something. What do? In their life, they want to have change. Right? They change their hairstyle, right? They do something new thing. They say, oh, I want to be new, right? You have the lady used to have long hair, I'm going to cut it short. Or guys, they want to do something new, make it all bald, no more hair. Right? I don't know. You think about that. Why people do that? Because they want to have a hope they'll help them to start a new beginning, right? So the same thing, when God wants to do something new, He said, tomorrow God will do great things in you. And so you got to cleanse yourself today. I always say, well, if I go into your room now, is that presentable? No. Can I come? Yes. Would you let me in? Yes. But is that presentable? Actually, recently I read the news. I couldn't believe that actually they said girls' room is most messier than boys' room now. Is that true? I read some article that said, wow, to add on, I just want to focus a few verses to remind us. Can you put us first the slide on? Okay, just 3 verses. Let's read together and slowly. Ready? Now, in a great house, there are not only vessels of gold and silver, but also wood and clay. Some of honorable use, some of dishonorable. Therefore, if anyone cleanses himself from what is dishonorable, he will be a vessel for honorable use, set apart as holy, useful to the master of the house, ready for every good work. So free useful passions and pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace, along with those who call on the Lord from a pure heart. Let's pray. Father God, we thank you for your goodness. You feed us so much your word, the Spirit, that you continue lead us into the truth. Continue to help us to live a life of victory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. This is season of what? We just heard it. This is season of expansion. Sounds very exciting. Last time we talked about we should have a dream. God is one who wants us to dream big, and He will give us the power to fulfill that. Yes, they all sounds great. But today I want to focus on how about our part? What can we do? Remember, I heard this last time we talked about when Elisha helped this widow, right, with only with jar of oil, and he asked widow to go out to collect, to use more vessels, right, and then God's oil keep on pouring until all the vessels full. So we're going to continue on that. Yes, God will do a mighty work in our church, in our life. But do we, or are we the vessel to receive that? Yes, God will do mighty things in our life, in our church. Indeed, He is. Don't take for granted that we were in a hotel for 16 years and now we are not only here, we are hosting this event. But so many other people can come to receive the blessing of God. Without this building, we cannot do all these things. But most importantly, without you, without us, without so many helpers, this thing cannot be done. Although we just go into the museum, right? You go to Europe, so many places, beautiful, beautiful church. Wow, so beautiful, but only tourists, only visitors. Nobody there to worship the Lord. So God's still looking for the vessel, can continue His work. And He gives us a guideline how to be the vessel. Here there's a great house. Actually, this could be a church. A great house has many different types of vessels. But God is looking for honorable vessels. And what type of honorable vessel that can be used for God? So verse 21 says, therefore, if anyone cleans himself, Chinese has a word. If you are Chinese, test your Chinese or so 一颗老鼠屎坏了一锅粥. You understand? Maybe don't just. I give you another illustration. If today I say I'm going to give you all this best bubble tea, okay? I'll give you over free bubble tea, but you gotta bring your own vessel to come to have this bubble tea. So you look around. Oh, you only have this vessel, but so dirty, so dirty. You want to drink that with a yummy bubble tea? You still do it. You see, I'm going to give you a nice bubble tea, but you don't have a vessel. You're going to open your mouth. So we need to have a clean vessel to receive that. So we're going to see how we should do it. You see, the first verse, therefore, if anyone cleans himself. If anyone cleans himself. Of course, we know we are not saved by our work, by our credit. Oh, I'm so good. I go to church every week. I grew up in the church. My dad is a pastor. Or I'm worship leader. We're not saved by that. We're saved by the blood of Jesus. Right? It's all grace. But then how about after that? After that, God still wants through His grace, continue to cleanse us. Do you take shower yesterday? Don't tell me, okay? How often do you take shower?
Every day.
Oh, okay. Remember once when we were in the summer in a mission trip, and we do all this big blow, right? Big blow, and the kids are so innocent. You know the game of big blow, right? Oh, blow whatever, wear this, wear that, and these kids are big blow. Blow that who didn't take shower yesterday? Everybody got a move still, right? But how we as a Christian, how God wants to clean us up? Spiritually, how God wants to clean us up. And actually, indeed, the Bible said that we need to clean up ourselves through water with the Word of God. That's in Ephesians. Through water, with water, through the Word of God to cleanse ourselves. God, if we don't read Bible, how do we know something is wrong? No. And here they said, His honorable vessel is holy. God is holy. What does it mean? Means that you have a donut's head on top of your head. You see all the picture, right? That's when you paint the saints, they all have lights on that. Does that mean holy? Holiness means set apart, unique. Okay, unique. The Bible said there's many other gods, but I am the only God. What's the 10th commandment? The first commandment is what? Besides me, you should have no other God. Actually, that's the meaning of holiness. That's many other gods, but I'm different. That's holiness. There are many books, but only Bible called a holy book. That's holiness. And so there are many other people in the world, many countries, and God said, I'll set apart Israel. You're the holy nation. Set apart. So Israel is supposed to be a holy nation because there are so many other countries in the world, but only Israel, God chose it. Same thing. How many population, how many people in the world, but God set you apart. God set you apart as holy, as Son of God. That's the meaning of holiness. You need to be separate. But today, who wants to be separated? If you go into a place, how to say, we don't want to be different. You don't want to stick out, right? So this is a challenge for us as Christians living in today's world. When our culture, when our society living more and more against, away from the culture of God, then if you want to live like Christians, you're going to be stick up. And actually, indeed, God wants us to be separated. But how do you know what needs to be separated, what doesn't need to be separated? Only through the Word of God. So if you don't read, then you just follow your own way, right? Sounds like we're back to the old side. Oh, just read Bible. Yes. I wouldn't say, if I don't say it, even if I say it, it's no use. If I don't say it, then even forget it, right? So, read the Bible, then you know what does God like, what does God doesn't like. Do you know for husband, do you know what's the wife's favorite dish, favorite food? Yes? Your wife? Really? Oh, 17. Or wife, do you know what's the husband's favorite food? Right? You need to know that. Like you know what kind of food I don't eat, right? So if you want to treat me, okay, when you become CEO, become all this, you go, oh, I'm gonna take you out for a nice dinner. Alright? No spicy food, okay? Alright? So yeah, you see, if you want to please someone, you need to know what the person like, what is like, right? So we need to know what God likes and what is like. Too often I hear that we too concerned about the world like and the world dislike, or our friend like a friend dislike, but we forget about God. We can offend all other people but God. You know, that's a problem. Because also like, we don't know what God wants. So that's higher ground is that, like today Pastor Tony said, you want to know God's will, emphasize God's will, then your own will. So first thing is to clean yourself through reading the Bible. Without that, I mean, that's just your opinion, my opinion, right? So that's, what else? What else you can cleanse yourself? What else? Actually, another way is that Bible says, whenever there's going to be a new relationship with God, when you're going to face a new challenge. Pastor Tony talked about before Joshua attacked Jericho, he saw this man came as the commander of Lord's army, right? But actually, in the chapter 3, verse 5, Joshua also commanded his people, saying, you need to clean yourself because tomorrow God will do great things among you. It's interesting. God said, tomorrow I'm going to do great things among you, so today you need to cleanse yourself. You need to prepare. If we don't do that, we miss what God will do. What does it mean clean yourself? Then really, they need to watch the cross, no sexual intimacy with spouse, and just be ready to receive, wait upon the Lord. So today, if you want God to do great things in our life, we need to clean ourselves this new beginning. And I hope this conference will help us. Sometimes we do need to start a push, right? To push us, say, God, I want to start a new relationship with you. So I want to have a good new beginning. Oftentimes people want to have a change or something. What do they do? In their life, they want to have change. Right? They change their hairstyle, right? They do something new thing. They say, oh, I want to be new, right? You have the lady used to have long hair, I'm going to cut it short. Or guys, they want to do something new, make it all bald, no more hair. Right? I don't know. You think about that. Why people do that? Because they want to have a they'll help them to start a new beginning, right? So the same thing, when God wants to do something new, He said, tomorrow God will do great things in you. And so you got to cleanse yourself today. I always say, well, if I go into your room now, is that presentable? No. Can I come?
Yes.
Huh? Would you let me in?
Yes.
But is that presentable?
Yes.
Actually, recently I read the news. I couldn't believe that actually there's a girl's room is most messier than boys' room now. Is that true? I read some article that said, wow. So that's why if people just from there, they used to worship an idol, not if I'm Christian, they need to get rid of idols. Pastor Xiao told me recently, a lot of church members came, they asked Pastor Xiao to get rid of all these idols. Because they used to be idol worshiper. But now, they want to follow Jesus. They need to clean up. So what other thing we need to clean up? Is there some computer, some other thing that's something you know that's not pleasing the Lord? You need to clean up. I pray this is a day that God will help us, that we want to be ready for God's new thing in our life, but we want to clean ourselves. And only God, no other people cannot force you. Only you should realize, I want God to do new things in my life. So I want to clean up this. Do you want to have a new relationship with God? So let's get rid of all stuff. Because God is a holy God. He cannot coexist with those sinful things. Just like if a person is OCD, they cannot come into your room, it's all messy, right? Actually, God is very, very OCD. He cannot tolerate anything. And that's why, you remember when the tabernacle, how can you approach God? You remember the tabernacle? How do you get into? Can you just go right into the Holy of Holies? You say, oh God, here I am, boom, you die. Because we are sinners. You cannot just come in. So you see, the tabernacle said you got to come in from the outer court, you got to sacrifice the lamb, offer the sacrifice, and then wash yourself and go in. And actually, in the most holy place, only who can go in? Huh? Only high priest can go in. And you know how he goes in? Wow, you see this, know all this story, right? So a high priest, only once a year, he can go into the holiest holy to see Lord, and he need to have a veil on his foot, and it's on the robe, and then when he walk, people can hear ding 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 ding, right? He's still alive, and don't hear nothing. Master is dead. Can people go in to rescue him? No, you're gonna strike that too. So he has a robe. Okay. Oh, God, he's dead. That's how severe God is. We forget about that. We forget about God is such a holy God. So let's don't take God's grace for granted. Yes, His grace, the Lord Jesus Christ, we are saved. But God is holy God. We need to clean ourselves. Alright, so that's clean yourself. For what is dishonorable? Okay? He will be a vessel for honorable use, set apart as holy, useful to the master of the house, ready for every good work. That's the problem. Who can do the work? You know, church has so many needs, especially our English has so many needs, and we're gonna say goodbye to Fred, right? Soon. Fred's leaving for Pittsburgh, right?
We love you, Fred.
And we need more vessels like Fred to can step up to do the work. So that's our challenge. Who can be used? You see, God always said, the Bible said there's a harvest ripe, right? But workers are few. And this is especially for younger generation here. And I pray, I think God still have so many in the English side, right? We have this Bread Light Conference. So many pastors from Boston, from Atlanta, from Tennessee, from DC, from all this. They are so happy gathered together with so many different pastors. But I left out because I'm the only English pastor for all these churches. They don't have other English pastors. They do, but not much. So I pray that among you all talk about, oh, the past I did all this bad thing, do all kind of bad things, but God saved me. So I totally changed. And then now, God gave me a beautiful, young-looking wife. Sarah, or whatever. But, people clap their hand. And then what? And he said, most of people thinking, those of you, if you think what? I could be like that. I can enjoy all the power, all the world, all this, and then God said, and give me a beautiful wife. So we got this wrong idea. Right? We can just continue to do all these bad things and then, God saved us. What we really want? Probably we want more of the world, but we don't want to be set apart. And we forget about those who continuously in the Lord. So God today is looking for those who want to be used by Him. And second, so free, useful passion. Verse 22, see? So free, useful passion. Remember, Joseph, when he was tempted by the wife of his master, what did he do? He ran. And free is not just, bye-bye, it's run so fast. I know we all been entangled with so many problems, so many temptations. Probably our biggest temptation is what? This, right? How many? Oh, yes. Thank you. You know, hopefully one day HTC exists. Okay, if you want to send me the gift, HTC, right? That's the problem in your generation, right? Because you say, oh, what is like that? But always, they're just holding you. Technology is good, but don't be consumed by that. We say many times, right? So if you're free, do you want to free or nothing to entangle you? I see so many young people. And maybe some of you are sitting here. Whenever you come, you just feel you could not get anything in. You just always need to do that. And that's why then you cannot be used by God because you're just used by the phone. That cannot be used. The problem is not just the one of few. There's so many now. So many. That's the generation issue. And I know probably adult too. And we too. Okay? We need to free those. And especially the words that useful passions. We live a very, very sexual society. And indeed, we are all sexual products. Without that, we cannot exist, right? We all produced by our mom and dad. But God said the holiness is marriage, within the marriage. For everything now in society, everything you go. I really have a lot of compassion for our young generation because so many lies surround you. You say, oh, maybe this is old-fashioned. But God's truth never fail. You know, many young people, they say, I will just live together. Once I teach about this, a Christian told me, said, if we don't live together, how do we know this is suitable for me? Wow. You see, the world teaches you very well. But God said no. How many continue to come to this? Yesterday we had marriage for the kingdom of God. Today we have parenting for the kingdom of God. All this most intimacy relationship be destroyed. Be destroyed. You've been lied to. Actually, the presence of God is taken away. I remember once I talked about this, and a couple they lived together for 7 or 8 years, and I was afraid to say this. I was afraid to say it's going to offend them, right? But actually, they testified to me. They said, before they were not Christian, they said, wow, wish we know this more earlier. He said, for the 7 or 8 years we lived together, we all live in the fear. We don't know when this is going to end, one night, one day. So they're constantly in the struggle. But God's prays for us to enjoy marriage under the marriage vow, the covenant. When you follow God's way, then you'll be blessed. So that's something in our society, so many things we need to free. And I just constantly said that. And I was still going to say it. You see? Especially during the conference like this. You can just look around. So many kids, whenever, just take out a phone. And just playing it. Is that our lives going to spend just like that? So young people, I feel you'll be deceived. Really, you've been deceived. If a whole day what you want, just pray video game instead of what your life will be. That's what you say, that's the good life. You look back, I don't know how many years I'm going to live. Oh, how many video games I played. Wow, how many hours. Wow, that's what you're going to be proud of. Or you maybe still do other things. But think about it, without those things, probably you can achieve much greater things, much greater work. So God is looking for the vessel. If you want to be the vessel, you need to free those useful passions. So what else? Besides free, okay, you gotta run to. Okay? It said, pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace. Yes, we cannot, as a parent, don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. And you do what? Nothing, just sit there. Okay. No, right? We don't do something, but we're going to do something better. Pursue. Okay? So pursue righteousness, faith, love, peace. That's what you need to do. Pursue means you need to take effort. Boys or husband, how do you get your wife? You pursue, right? You want to sit there and say, God, give me a wife, right? You gotta pursue. So Chinese say, so Chinese is very, very good. The Chinese say, 追女朋友, right? You have to 追, right? You have to pursue. So, same thing. We want to pursue God. We want to pursue good things. Because our nature is always tend to do not a productive things. You gotta pursue, right? So, and interesting here they say, what? Pursue righteous ways along with those who call on the Lord from a pure heart. What type of friend you have? And that's why the youth school, the cell group is so important. Here they say, along with. If you, along with rock crowd, and you're going to do just like the group does, but you along with the crowd, they'll pursue those things. So this is a decision, okay? You want what type of friend, what type of group you're going to associate with. Especially college students, you can identify them, right? When you go to college, now you have freedom now. Which crowd I'm going to join? What type of friend I'm going to associate with? And it's very interesting. You know, for those who like to do certain things, when you go into a group, you can tell who are doing those things, right? And you're going to find us as friends. If you pursue that, you know. So what type of person you want to be, you got to pursue. You got to find those people. And especially, you said, oh, Pastor, I'm not that diligent to read the Bible. Then you will find those people who diligently read the Bible. Study Word of God together, then so you can be improved. You know, John Wesley, the who founded the Methodist Church. Okay, when he studied in college, he studied Oxford. When in college, he formed a club called the Holy Club. Wow! Would you dare to name your school club? So we are the Holy Club. That's what they do. But that's back then, okay? He formed a club called the Holy Club. So all these people together, they pray, they read the Bible, and form the group. They come up with so many missionaries, so many people serve the Lord because they prepare, they hang out with good, right person. So I pray that you will find the right group of people, and together, the power is along and group is so different. Church, we need to be together. Not only this church, like this conference, we along with so many churches, we pursue the same goal. The power much bigger. Remember that, let me try to show that Canadian geese. Why the Canadian geese need to fly in the same formation? Why? Why? You know, the Canadian geese fly over, they will have V shape. Why? Huh? And how much energy they can save? 70%. Think about that. Because they fly in formation in V shape, they save 70% energy. Instead, you just yourself, right? So we need to group together along with those good crowd and form this formation. The power will be much greater. And that's why we're doing this conference with so many other churches. Not just this church. And not just pray about churches. There's so many other pastors that come. You know, if you're a pastor or the secretary of pastor's need, it's very lonely job. Right? I cannot share a lot of things with you. Oh, wow, pastor always had all this problem, right? But thank God we have other pastors. We have other church pastors. That's why we want to support each other. And together, we can do much greater things. And God is calling us. We should live the alone. God wants to group us together. So you want to find the right group. Fred's going to go to new church. You're going to decide to find a new group, right? Many of you are senior, high school senior. You're going to college now. What group you're going to associate with? They're going to determine what outcome you're going to be. So, are you willing to the vessel of God we use? And I really pray this conference, not just ending, oh, we have a great time, will inspire us what we need to clean, what action we need to take, what kind of friend you're going to be, what thing you're going to pursue. We all know you're going to, oh, I want to pursue this college, you're going to prepare all a lot of things. But on your spiritual life, what action do you take? And I pray this church continue, we can grow, where we have more vessels. We have more vessels can receive God's anointing. So this evening, don't miss. Pastor Johan said, you're going to give us anointing, right? And I hope, I pray, more English young people will be there. Last time was a great opportunity. And I really, this kind of my dream fulfilled. I can bring Pastor and Pastor Loto. I just, for many years, I just listen this message. You know, back then still no internet. I subscribe the video, the audio tape. Once a month, I receive all this sermon audio tape from their Sunday service. So when I work in Manhattan, I go on the subway and I just listen. So maybe you can say, that is Pastor, you could translate for Pastor Loto. Because I know him very well. I know what he's going to say, right? So because I've been listening to him, I know, and also I want to cross him to receive more anointing. During the conference in California, whenever there's a pastor going to pray, whatever, I just run it. I just pursue it because I want. So I pray you have this desire. When you have the desire, God will fulfill it. And your life will be changed. Not necessarily like me being pastor, but God is looking for a vessel in every area. Are you willing to be the vessel? But are you willing to pursue? And really make a difference. So, can I have a place to come up? Wonderful. You know, actually today, tomorrow is what? What day is tomorrow? What's Memorial Day stand for? Barbecue Day? Huh? It's to remember what? Huh? The soldier who sacrificed their life for us, right? Remember, that's Memorial Day for, okay? And you know, who has you been to Arlington Cemetery? In Arlington Cemetery? Nobody knows? Just few? What's that for? That's the cemetery to bury those soldiers who died for the country. Okay? If next time you go to DC, not just visit the White House, not just visit Congress, visit Arlington Cemetery. And they always have honor guard in the tomb. Okay? And those honor guards never stop. They always standing there. They're by shift. No matter what type of weather, snowing day, wind, storm day, wind, there's always someone just standing there. The honor guard always there. Wow. I pray we are not just a regular vessel. We will be the honor guard. You know, the honor guard is not the regular soldier could be. They have a certain height, certain weight. They have a certain record, character, so they can be chosen as an honor guard. So I pray that we will be pursued. We want to be the honor guard. If other church people, they just want to be a regular soldier, we want to be the honor guard. Do you want to? I prayed that when I was young, I said I want to be a soldier. Now I said I want to join the spiritual force. Like he will be Navy SEAL. Well, my physical never fit, right? But that's what we need to have. We want to be the special force, the honor God of the kingdom of God. Especially this church. And I pray, when you have this desire, God said, oh, finally, I find a vessel. And He's going to use you. He's going to use us. Let's stand up. Sing a song. Do you have a slide for that?
regular vessel. We want to be an honorable vessel so we can do the good, very good, every good work for you. So I pray that now, Lord, your Holy Spirit reveal us what area of our life we need to clean. And we know we cannot clean by our own effort. The Holy Spirit will come and help us to clean this so we can be a pure, honorable vessel. And this church, together, we can be an honorable church to set apart as holy to do your good work. We thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.